Kim G, weather overview. All right, we got a nor'easter coming for Saturday. Now, it looked earlier in the week like this was going to come later in the weekend, but weather models have sped up the timing of the storm by a full day. So you can see how things change. And it's a moderate nor'easter. I think that it'll cause coastal flooding in the usual spots that get it. There is a coastal flood watch that is up from the National Weather Service. That's why they mention it here. And I think the thing with the winds gusting up to 50 miles an hour, the thing that would concern me is the fact that there's still a lot of leaves on the trees. So that can be an issue. So I would be concerned mostly about the coastal flooding and the fact that, the winds could get up to 50 miles an hour, but we can handle an inch of rain. There's not going to be a lot of flooding, and a lot of people will not be on the roads when this storm comes through at its full potential. I'll show you what I mean in just a second, but let's take a look at the radar. Here's the developing storm. A lot of rain over Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, and it's all making its way towards the tri-state area with this developing coastal storm, and it has some tropical influence too. So, a solid inch of rain is probably in order with this particular system. Now, when we look at the NAM model, it brings the rain in between midnight and 3 a.m. tomorrow night. And I think that's logical based on the other models too, pointing in the very same direction. Now, the heaviest rain, I think, stays just offshore. If it hits anybody, it's going to hit Montauk Point and stay over Connecticut and into Massachusetts. So while we will see a solid inch of rain, I think anything near the 2-inch marker is going to be relegated to, points well to the east, over the Twin Forks of Long Island. And then as we get into Saturday afternoon, the rain starts to taper down. Now, we'll still be left with northeasterly winds gusting, pretty high throughout much of the day. But for the most part, the rain could be done in a lot of places by mid-afternoon, if we believe the latest NAM. And I have a good feeling that that's going to happen. I think this is a fast mover. Now, as we get into Sunday, we're in a situation where we're in a holding pattern. So I think clouds remain kind of stubborn on Sunday with winds being elevated, but not as much as they are going to be on Saturday. And then we get this small storm system to move through Monday morning into Monday afternoon, and I think we'll see about a half-inch of rain with that, particularly toward the coast. I think north of New York City may not see much in the way at all with this particular system. And then it's, basically tranquil weather until we get into Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, when another front moves through, not a coastal storm this time, but a frontal passage, and that'll correct our temperatures a little bit. So when we look at the temperatures, we're in the 50s for the most part. Temperatures are not going to drop much over the weekend due to the cloud cover. But when we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, our temperatures will drop at night. And you see that 43 on Tuesday night. So that's a nippy one for Tuesday night. So not a bad looking Halloween. Once we get past the weekend nor'easter, especially on Saturday,